you see. You're my angel. You're my angel. Take me higher. Take me, baby. I'm feeling you.
Everybody grab somebody and move it to the floor. Gonna get this party started, yeah. We're gonna dance this troubled life away, if only for one night. Everything will be alright, yeah. And we won't stop, can't stop moving to the music, no, no. We'll be rocking all night long. And we won't stop, can't stop moving to the music, no, no. We'll be rocking all night long.
Rock with you, baby, come with me and let me show you how good be.
How love could be, girl, with me.
I wanna rock with you,
Yeah,
baby, come with me and let me show you what love could
show
be.
you what love could be. I know that you feel this groove, so why are you just sitting there? Come on, step with me. The DJ is doing his duty. All my fellas, grab you a cutie.
What you came here for?
Do your thing on the dance floor. We won't stop, can't stop moving to the music, no. We'll be rocking all night long. And we won't stop, can't stop moving to the music, no. We'll be rocking all night long. Oh, relax your mind, let the music get into you, yeah. Music get into you, baby. Baby, we could take our time. Darling, you know you feel it too, so why not dance the night away?
Baby, come with me and let me show you what love could be.
Baby, take my hand, come on.
I wanna rock with you,
Only for a moment.
come with me and let me show you what love.
Damn girl, dump murder, dump murder. Damn girl, dump murder, dump you gonna murder. Damn girl, dump murder, dump murder. Damn girl, dump murder, dump you gonna murder.
Well, I tried to tell you so, yes I did, but I guess you didn't know. As I said, the story goes, baby, now I got the flow, cause I know it from the start. Baby, when you broke my heart, that I had to come again and show you that I'd win. You lied to me. All those times I said that I loved you. You lied to me. Yes, I tried. Yes, I tried. You lied to me. Even though you knew I'd die for you. You lied to me. Yes, I cried. Yes, I cried. Return of the man. It is. Return of the man. Come on. Return of the man. Oh my God. You know that I'll be back. Here I am. Return of the man. Once again. Return of the man. Top of the world. Watch my flow. Here I go. Baby, when you broke my heart.
a little bit. Not a lot, baby girl, just a little bit. We can head to the crib in a little bit. I can show you how I live in a little bit. I wanna unbutton your pants just a little bit. Take them all, pull them down just a little bit. Get the kissing and touching a little bit. Take a licking it in a little bit.
I feel you creeping, I can see it from my shadow. Wanna jump up in my Lamborghini Gallardo. Maybe go to my place and just kick it like Tybo. And possibly bend you over. Look back and watch me smack that all on the floor. Smack that, give me some more. Smack that till you get so. Smack that, oh. Smack that all on the floor. Smack that, give me some more. Smack that till you get so. Smack that, oh. Up front style ready to attack now. Pulling the parking lot slow with the lack down. Convicts got the whole thing packed now. Step in the club, the wardrobe intact now. I feel it on and crack now. Ooh, I see it all at back now. I'ma call her, then I put the Mac down. Money no problem, pocket full of that now. I feel you creeping, I can see it from my shadow. Wanna jump up in my Lamborghini Gallardo. Maybe go to my place and just kick it like Tybo. And possibly bend you over. Look back and watch me smack that all on the floor. Smack that, give me some more. Smack that till you can go. Smack that, oh.
They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty. 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 My music so loud, I'm swinging. They hoping that they gon' catch me riding dirty. Trying to 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 catch me riding dirty. They see me rolling. They see me They see me rolling, they hate it.
'Cause I want you and I need you, and I'm down for you always. And I'm down for you always. And I'm down for you, down for you, down for you always.
I got a new boy, and that nigga Trey.
Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. 'Cause I want you and I need you, and I'm down for you always. Baby, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. 'Cause I want you and I need you, and I'm down for you always. Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. 'Cause I want you and I need you, and I'm down for you always. Baby, do you baby, do you baby, do you baby, do you baby, 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 baby.
Our Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this day. We thank you for the opportunity to come together and to spread your word that you have blessed us with, Lord. We thank you for keeping us safe throughout our journeys and our personal lives as well as
right, let's go. Here we go. Oh, do you remember when the family was every Here we go. All right. Oh, do you remember when the family was everything? Oh, do you remember? It was so long ago and so much has changed. I wanna go back, wanna go back to those simple days. I wanna go back, but now we've grown and gone our separate ways. Times is hard, and things are changing. I pray to God that we can remain the same. All I'm trying to say is our love don't have to change. No, it don't have to change. Do you remember back at Granny's house on Christmas Day? Help me sing. Do you remember how we gather round and sing all day? And I wanna go back to playing basketball and a football game. To yesterday, but it's not the same. Times is hard, and things are changing. I pray to God that we can remain the same. All I'm trying to say is our love don't have to change. No, it don't have to change. Times is hard, and things are changing. So I pray to God that we can remain the same. All I'm trying to say, my family, family change. No, we don't. And I love them all. Have to change. Yeah.
Time to put the kids to bed. It's time for the full 180.
Yep, you know what time it is? It's time for My Music, More Radio, where we take the... Man, let me get this right. I always mess this up. Our goal is to motivate, move the masses with music. Boy, Mike gonna get on me, Lee gonna get on me earlier. But look, we right here, My Music, More Radio, and it's time for another edition for the full 180. I know you've been waiting for it, and so have we. Welcome, and hey, hump day. Hope you had a good Wednesday, man. We're gonna get right into it. Look, before we get into it, a couple things I need to say. Shout out to my family. When I say my family, I mean my Masonic family. You know, people know that I'm Greek and I'm Masonic. We lost a good brother today, Mr. Ford. Man, he was the one that him and Burrell kind of swerved me in there and during my process taught me a little thing. So Ford, you're definitely in our prayers. Your family's in our prayers. He lost his wife not too long ago, so now it's just 2 boys. So you know we got him, brother. So don't even worry about that. You family, 410-410, them kings of light. It's time to get into action, man. Get out of that hate. Let's get this brotherhood going. So shout out to his family, man. I definitely had to say that. Look, me and KC Estelle had the privilege to be at a what I want to call it, a business expo in Louisville.
the Music City Mall. It was actually a good time. Great turnout. Shout out to my boy, Mr. Antoine White. And we got to meet some fabulous people. So I told them that I would do my best to make sure I shout them out. So Frame Eyewear and Accessories, she was doing big things. Miss Ben Rowe, she's out there. Let's see. Ben Rowe, come on. Ben Rowe Beauty, that's what it was. Little Bow Feet. Miss Vicky Walters is the owner. Pink Mahogany, that is Soros. Sherry Jordan, Miss CEO. Maria Anderson Moulton, excuse me. She's with the Independent Bedroom Candy Consultant. She done turned your girl on. She's supposed to have a candy bedroom party. So, all the way from Louisiana, Bejew's Box, fine accessories, man. Miss Nisha Frizzle, CEO. Yeah, look at y'all. Talking about, And look, when she said, I said, where you gonna have it at? She talking about at the house. I said, oh, okay. Yeah, come on, man. Shout out to my ladies at the Curvy Nurse Culture LLC. Build your own crown, the hair wear boutique. My Louisiana people out there in Rosie Roots. She got the hookup for your hairstyle. Man. Yes, ma'am. Yes. She got the hookup for your hairstyle. We're not gonna forget about flexible health coverage. Mr. Dwight Hodge, if you need some health coverage, holler at him. And our homegirl who was sitting right next to us, man, Duncanville Nutrition. Her name is Coach Tish. She said she is down 30 pounds. She's taking half off shake and tea combos. She's right there in Cedar Ridge Drive, man, right there in Cedar Hill, close to the hood, close to the area, where I used to live at, man. But I told them I'd give them a shout out. I had a good time with them at the Music City Hall. We are doing that at the end of every month. So if you're a vendor, you want to get in, make sure you holler at my man Antoine White. I'll put up the flyer again, just so you can contact him and you can be a vendor, man. It was a very nice spot, very nice atmosphere. Everybody was getting along and getting to know each other. It was fun. I had a good time, and this one over here, yeah, too much fun. And shout out to the lady who's getting married, because she was like, I'm getting married, but I need these 2 minutes. Come on.
Her name was Onyx.
Yeah, Miss Onyx. She was going to give me the business if I didn't give her them 2 minutes, man. Also, I want to let you know, man, the show is always brought to you by Elite Treats. You looking for a bad caterer. You want an in-house rendezvous for Valentine's Day? Holla at Lisa, a.k.a. My L Boogie at Elite Treats. She got you. And, of course, if you're looking for a great church home, please holla at my man, Mr. Ontario Jones. He invites you to join him every Sunday at 10:30. The ministry changing generation through culture, community, and church. Mr. Ontario Jones and First Lady Tamika Jones are right there at the Church of Philadelphia, man. You know what time it is. You know what we do around this time. It's time to give it to you. Raw and uncut. She's back and the whole crew is back, so we got to do it right. It is time for the church announcement with none other than our very own Miss Casey State.
Hello, saints, ain'ts, and others. This Wednesday, the song that caught everybody caught up. Y'all missed Uncle Charles over there shouting. Y'all should have sang. We should have.
Come on, Charles. Let him use your boy. Come on. That devil out there.
Well, I am coming to you guys with the full 180 church announcements. We are again coming to you with the sponsorship and promo pricing program. There's a weekly package for $50 that people are taking advantage of. So if you are not, by all means, take advantage of it. It's a 60-second ad played 4 times a day. 20-minute spotlight on your business/organization, and a guest appearance on the show for 2 shows actually. So again, if you have not gotten your sponsorship, by all means do. We also have another package, which is our monthly package. It is $150. It's a 60-second ad played 4 times a day. 2 20-minute spotlight on your business or organization. and then a guest appearance on 2 shows as well. And then we have the private investors where you can email us at the full 180 convo at gmail.com. Again, it is email us at the full 180 convo.com. We also, again, are very excited for the 14th, aren't we, for 180?
Man,
yes, we are excited. It is
Lisa
on the
cook.
14th.
And I'm
We
with
will
you.
be having a live show along with some good music by Ayans featuring Kenya C. That's again on the 14th at, I believe, between 6 and 9. So again, to get some good music and some good conversation, come and join us and let's get it done. If you ain't got no boo, bring your little friend. If you got a boo, bring her too. Or bring him too. But we'll be there ready to get it on for y'all.
Let me say, I heard the new song that you get ready today, and it made me cry.
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
You've been crying a lot.
I've been crying a lot lately, but I did cry on that song. It touched me. And she is a marvelous singer. Kenya has opened up for Frankie Beverly. She's opened up for Amaze. She's opened up for a bunch of people. So y'all, it is worth it to come out and hear her on Valentine's and share that with your boo thing. And eat my food.
And I want to give Lisa a plug as well. I reached out to Lisa this week, and Lisa meal preps, y'all. I own El Boogie meal preps. So I need some meal prep to lose some of this weight so I can be a little small in this camera. So y'all, if y'all interested in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, by all means, get in contact with Lisa at Elite Treats at gmail.com. It's $10 a meal. And she will set a menu for you. So that is our full 180 church announcements. Please govern yourselves accordingly.
Lord have mercy. Thank you, Miss Casey Estelle, for the church announcement, man. Look, we're back here. We got another topic, hot topic for you that we want to talk about. However, I got to introduce who. If you new, let me let you know who's here. To my left is none other than Miss L Boogie, Elite Treats herself. In front of me is my brother, the newly engaged brother, Pastor Pretty Reggie.
Thank you.
Next to him, you just met the lovely lady. We call her our angelic, the first lady, Miss Casey Estelle. And back from PH husband D status, none other than the Afro Queen herself, Dr. B. The family is back. I feel safe now. So man, look, we're gonna jump right into it. And speaking of family, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about, the topic today is why family ain't family no more? Why we don't kick it no more? Why y'all don't like such and such? Why y'all invite such and such to the family reunions?
Because some uncle or some auntie that messed up the whole family.
Why they can't come? But
Touch
no,
it on phone.
we want to dig into that. We want to find out why family ain't family no more. Because now there's different levels to this, and I'm gonna make sure we try to hit all of them. But let's start from the basis. Reg, go on, tell me, brother. Why is it today? What's wrong with the family dynamic today?
Well, first of all, family, when I was looking up the definition of family,
Yes,
it was
sir.
talking about being a unit.
Okay.
Why we not a unit no more, it's just being messy. Like we was talking to DJ Legends earlier, just secrets. It's just they're just doing too much, and again it's a secrets, it's treachery, it's just a lot of stuff, and it's some undercover, just outright lying sometimes.
And jealousy.
Oh
my gosh.
Envy.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yes.
I was about to say they just play too much. I mean,
Period.
it doesn't even have to be all this conflict. It really doesn't. It's if we could just come together and just realize that we have so much to bring to the table collectively that we wouldn't have half as many problems as we have in the family unit.
Because everybody, and I think us as African American families, going back to history, that was the one thing we value family. We value family time, and somewhere down the road, it's drifted off. We have backstabbing, we have jealousy, we have hatred, we have all kinds of stuff in the family. We can't come together. Now, there's another ethnicity that I will say no matter what, they are going to come together to reach whatever goal that is.
Yeah, we know who they are.
Yeah, they'll be in the house together. It'll be about 10 or 15 of them. They'll have 10 cars in the parking lot.
And the goal is,
and the goal is
whatever they can put that on paper, but these 5 or 6 families is living in one house.
Because they have a common goal.
And the person's house that they living in, when they leave, it's gonna be elaborate because everybody gonna fix it up,
Absolutely.
and then everybody gonna move out
and build another house on
and
the
build
back.
another bag.
Yeah. You know, those type of families build communities too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they have one house, like you said, and 123 Jackson Circle. The next thing you know, they have another one at 125 Jackson Circle, and another one at 127. 129,
and then
131, and then we'll have a whole block.
And the whole demographic of the neighborhood changed. School
From
from
that
ESL.
What I heard
From
what
that one
they do
family.
is, they actually help each other get the house.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Bro,
They put their money together
Yeah.
to help that next family get their house.
Yes.
And everybody else get their house.
Yes.
And then they have about 8, 12 kids, and they help them get their house.
They're all on the same page, man.
While we talking about, I'm still trying to get my credit right. I'm gonna get it right so we gonna get this house.
Okay, so I have a question, piggybacking off of what Lisa said, because she said, back in the day, our ancestors, they broke bread together on Sundays. They, the grandmamas cooked for the grandkids, they all came over. So do you believe that if the patriarch or the matriarch of the family passes away, it kind of causes a different dynamic in the family?
One of the things that drew me to my ex was the family dynamic that they had. Sunday, first of all, it started on Friday with the fish fry.
Oh, fish.
Saturday was the dominoes and cards and spades. Sunday was the big family dinner. Somebody always got into it because somebody got mad. But they showed up next Friday.
Absolutely.
They missed that fish.
I mean, we don't do that anymore. And I think when she passed, it did. Sure. Like it just everybody started doing their own thing.
But I don't understand that. Why like even in my own family, it's just like why when this certain person passes away, then all of a sudden you forget all the things that he taught you.
Mm-hmm.
Like remember when you had an issue, you had to come back home. He let you come back home.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You remember when you needed money to do XYZ?
They did it.
They gave it to you. You had to hear that just like I do. I know she watching too.
Mm-hmm.
I got to hear that church that
30-minute service.
Yeah, that 30-minute service. We're gonna go from Genesis to Revelations in 30 minutes. But at the end of the day, I got you. Yeah. But I'm just saying. But then these are people you disrespect. Like you can't even call and say hello. When you couldn't wipe your nose, I used to wipe your nose. I just can't understand how one person, because now that I've got a chance to experience, we act real stupid when people pass, and we always looking for a check.
And I was gonna say that most of the time when the matriarch or patriarch who keeps it all together passes, it's because they're the one who keeps it together. I mean, they're the one that's calling and telling you to call these people, for you to call these people, and tell them to come here, and you would almost feel guilty not going,
loyalty,
or not doing what they asked you to do. But once they're not there anymore, it's kind of like, well, I don't have to do it anymore. To a lot of people, me personally, I can't remember as far back. I can remember as far back as when I was really small, maybe 3, 4, 5 years old, where my grandmother on my dad's side, the family was like that. But honestly, if it wasn't a holiday or something like that, I can't remember the last time that my family just really got together like that on a regular basis.
Yeah, the loyalty shouldn't be in the host. It should be off into the tradition.
Thank you.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
But are we really building traditions at that time? Did you even really know that it was a tradition being built, or was it just out of obligation because your mama told you, we're going to grandma's on Sunday, or get your clothes on, we're going to ain't such and such, and grandma gonna be over there? Like, I didn't know anything about traditions. It was like a routine.
Yeah, that's what we did. Absolutely. Like in my family, I don't have any biological family here. But when I go home or before I moved here, we didn't have to have a special occasion. We call each other 2 hours before and be like, hey, I ain't seen y'all since last month.
Yeah.
You bring the chicken, you bring the mashed potatoes, you bring the green beans. We gonna have movie night, we gonna have game night. That's what we gonna do.
Right.
And that's what we did. It was a lot of fun. We were able to be a part of each other, regardless of what was going on in each other's life, because that's another thing that we have claimed we are. We so busy. Nobody's that busy.
Right.
I'm too busy to do this. I'm too busy to do that. You can't give your family an hour and a half.
You find time.
But
always time.
Absolutely. But I guarantee you, you meet a new girl, you meet a new dude, he gonna get about, she gonna get about 10 hours.
Right.
Miss me with
And
that.
I'm guilty of that. My mama just gave me a long text message the other day. Why you ain't been over here? Let me go to break it up in case they listening. And I said, I work on the weekends. You know, I work normally Friday, Saturday, Sundays is my work day. And I thought about it because she had surgery the other day. And I said, if that woman don't come out of surgery, I could have hopped myself right on over there to the soda for about 15 minutes. And hopped on right on back.
Absolutely.
So,
See, I go.
oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, my kids and I go over my mom's house consistently. Well, you know, the pandemic going on, we don't go as much, but we still try to find ways to get together or just to hang out. You know, one day it's her and the kids, or then it's her and I, or different situations like that. But I mean, I'm kind of sad that we don't get together, you know, as a big family as much as we used to.
So have any of y'all ever experienced, because now and if you just tuned in, hey Kim, you know I love your name, Kim Cupcake. Did I say it right? I always got to get that right. But she also said people grow apart. And this is where my question's coming from. So with that being said, when people grow apart, is there ever a time the family is damaged? Well, let me ask you this. Have anyone of y'all ever been, the first time you ever felt hurt, was it in your family?
Sure.
So has that made you want to not distance yourself from those individuals? But why haven't you? Because now we talk about forgiveness. So why haven't you forgave and got that back together?
Like for me, prime example, my dad passed away in '82. Everybody on my dad's used to come to the house all the time. But when he passed away, my uncles didn't come around no more. My aunts didn't come around no more. Don't know anybody on my dad's side. And it kind of made me mad because I'm like, y'all just stop coming. Maybe I need that father figure for my uncle.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So now I actually starting to get to know everybody on my dad's side because one of my cousins actually reached out to me because she was doing a family tree. But that dynamic does break because you might be going out with your cousin. You don't know your cousin.
Man, boy.
That's a whole nother story.
That's some high school homeboys.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
Because you don't get together.
You don't get together, you don't do nothing. You know?
Can I ask a question? Do y'all ever feel like you've been in a situation where, okay, you go and be with your family and you really don't, do you feel like you're tolerating them more so than actually wanting to spend time with them? And like, I feel like it's a lot on my dad's side. That's for me. It's certain aunts that I really just, they've been bugging me and been a pain in my butt since forever. But I still try to be cordial and all that stuff and tolerate them. But I kind of still keep my distance.
Here she goes.
Because it's family.
Come on.
Like,
I don't.
Like
I
just don't go
You can
around.
love them from afar. I guess you can love from afar, and you know it's a toleration because it's like I know you're not being real, but I'm tolerating you because I love you, but I know you not being real. You know, as far as like how are you, what I've seen and what you've shown.
Not genuine.
You know, behind the scenes, you acting like this in front of everybody, but I know the real truth type of situation.
Right.
And it's respect for my father's house kind of deal. It's like, I really want to go in.
Get them. She's sitting on.
I have respect for my elders, and that's the only reason why. And the best way for this mouth to stay respectful to you as my elder is not to come around. So when you invite me, be real careful what you say and how you move. Because I will gather my three and we'll walk out the door. And I've done it.
And I don't fuck with my dad's side of the family at all. Like, at all. When we didn't really know them until we were like 12. And we had one aunt that was amazing. And we had another one that was like, who is this Satan spawn? And she had an issue with the dynamic that my grandfather had with us. My dad was incarcerated at the time. Out, hey dad, but he was incarcerated. So they tried to come together with me and my sister. However, I had an aunt and my grandmother who were just mean women. But you picked the right one, because his mouth and your mouth, we go real good together. And I just don't fool with them. Like, they have, I don't even know if they know what my kids look like. They ain't been invited to birthday parties, to anything, because I don't have a rapport with them. When y'all treated us the way that y'all did after trying to get to know us, I'm one, got it. You told me what you showed me what I needed to see. You know, now my dad and I, we had a strained relationship, very much so. And we just got to the point of being able to have a conversation. You know, going to family secrets. My dad kept something from us that could have helped him out in the long run, because I let him have it. Oh my God. But then I felt bad because there was something that I knew my mom would have done. But my mom is gone now, so I can't go to her and say, Mama, why'd you do that? And I got mad at him because I was like, why did you allow us to do it? Why didn't you say, hey, this is what's going on? But he didn't want to damage the relationship between us. But what he didn't know about us is, if you wrong, you wrong. Mama, daddy, cousin, auntie, we don't care. If I'm going to get you, I'm going to get you. And I don't have no respect to person. Trust me, America. I will get you.
Here we go with the America.
So y'all with that angelic thing, y'all think I be lying. I'm telling you, America, I'm telling you. She will knock on your door. Excuse me. That same all that you had in your voice on the phone, let me holler at you right now. That same energy. Them two fingers. Look, man, this is what we doing. We are talking about why family ain't family no more. What is it? Y'all brought up a couple things that I definitely want to get into. We're gonna take a small break because we got to get back into it. Because I definitely want to talk about these family secrets. Also, let's talk about do your in-laws mess up your family? On the other side of it, let's go.
Event, and you really want to set your event apart from others? Call Chef Lisa at Elite Treat. Chef L has been catering and preparing pastries since 2003. Being self-taught, she has dedicated herself to learning the tastes and textures of food, from soul food to Cajun to good old home cooking. Chef L takes pride in seeing her clients' face light up when they taste the food and the comfort it brings. Don't delay. Book Chef L today. You can reach out to Chef Lisa on IG at Elite Treat. That's ELITE_TREETZ. Once again, that's ELITE_TREETZ. Contact her today and make your special event elite.
Who you suckers think you're tripping with? Yes, I'm the boss. 745, white on white, that's Rick Ross. I cut them wide, I cut them long, I cut them fat. I keep them coming back, we keep them coming back. I'm in the distribution, I'm like Atlantic. I got them pretty things flying across the Atlantic. I know Pablo Noriega, the real Noriega. He owe me 100 favors. I ain't petty player, we buy the whole thing. See, most of my homies hustle, they still do they thing. My roof back, my money ride. I'm on the pedal, show you what I'm running like. When they snatch black, I cry for 100 nights. He got 100 bodies, serving 100 lives. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm.
Do you have an event and you really want to set your event apart from others? Call Chef Lisa at Elite Treat. Chef L has been catering and preparing pastries since 2003. Being self-taught, she has dedicated herself to learn the tastes and textures of food, from soul food to Cajun to good old home cooking. Chef L takes pride in seeing her clients' face light up when they taste the food and the comfort it brings. Don't delay. Book Chef L today. You can reach out to Chef Lisa on IG at Elite Treat. That's ELITE_TREETZ. Once again, that's ELITE_TREETZ. Contact her today and make your special event elite.
It's official.
1, 2, 3. We're here for a particular reason.
Time to put the kids to bed.
And that reason is...
It's time for the full 180.
Welcome back. We're here at Mo Music Radio. The full 180 is back on. It is time for your health tip of the day. I'm not sure how many people are allergic to fish, but fish is like the best thing you can eat and add to your diet. It has omega, the omega-3 in it, and it helps with your arteries, with blood flow. It helps everything go through really good, and it breaks down into your system. Beef is really not good for us. It stays in your system for 3 weeks before it's digested completely. So we try to stay away from red meats. So if you can incorporate more chicken and fish, which breaks down into fluids, and it leaves your body much easier, that will be wonderful. I know everybody, it's the first of the year, so everybody's on health tip up until March.
All right.
After that birthday. So then we got the treadmill, and we got our workout cute outfits, and we got our waist trainer. That waist trainer's the bomb.
Right there.
Oh, false advertise. Get home, be like, that wasn't all of you a while ago.
My bad. Because y'all know I put that corset on.
Surprise! Open your present.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm not saying fried fish either, guys. Let's not fry foods. Let's sort of stay away from my fried foods. If you want to pan fry it, use some grapeseed oil. The oil doesn't break down as fast. Olive oil is really good for your skin. It's good for digestive system also, but it burns fast when you're doing fish. So if you want to try this week to get you some cod, some tilapia, there's salmon. I'm a big cod eater, so if you want to get those fish, they're white, they're flaky, you can bake them, you can pan fry them.
And I was going to say, if you like catfish, because catfish is really bad.
It is.
Sway is
good
comparison.
Mm-hmm. It is good. But for those who do like it's a lot of people love catfish. Catfish is bad. It's the bottom eaters. They eat a lot of bad stuff, but they're cheap. It's been in our families forever. Absolutely.
Man.
So I don't think it's too many people gonna veer away from catfish. So I always say if you're gonna do it pan fried, don't
deep fried.
Don't deep fried. It's not gonna slide. It's not gonna aid and slide through your arteries.
Man. Well, look, always, El Boogie, we thank you for the health tip. We're going to start incorporating that in the show, man. We want to make sure we are healthy, especially during this pandemic. But if you just tuned in, we thank you for tuning in. Welcome to the Full 180 Convo. We're talking about why family ain't family no more. What happened to the family reunions? Don't nobody want to go. Oh, now we just selecting people. Not her husband. But she can come.
Don't invite that family.
kids
y'all
are
know,
bad.
Right.
don't let them come because they don't never bring nothing.
Come on, man.
Uncle gonna always try to get you in somebody's business.
Yes.
But you know what?
Let me tell you something.
Yeah. But you know what? I learned that sometimes when we were talking about jealousy earlier, that when you do have a business, I feel like some people think just because you're there, you're going to always try to sell them something. I do have uncles who are like that. Every time they say, hey, I learned something the other day, you can get in and da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
That's different from telling somebody that, hey, I opened up a boutique. If you're interested, this is my website, support me. If not, no big deal. You know what I mean? And they still have an issue.
Why can't family support your
each
vision?
other. Yes.
Man.
Like what? Like seriously, like what's so hard? Because we supposed to be blood. We supposed to be kin. We supposed to be cousins. We supposed to be everything up under the sun. That how Jesus made us connect together, blood wise. Your family sometimes don't really support your business, your vision. Sometimes it's always the outside.
Ain't it?
I don't understand that. Why is it?
Let me tell you the crazy part.
Go ahead.
I've been catering since 2003, and I don't think any of my family has tasted my food.
Oh, wow.
My dad finally tasted my food and he saw it. Let me tell you what he said to me. He said, I thought those was pictures you got on Facebook. Off the internet.
And just so y'all know, the flyer that I made, that's all her food.
For real.
I've been to several of her
Now
events.
let me tell you, hurt me to my core. But when it was time for EJ to get drafted, everybody wanted to come.
Absolutely. It's money involved.
Now, I host events where they can come and see my food, see what I do. You know, it just feels good to know you got some family.
That's
there.
it.
Mm-hmm. Your family should be the first one to walk through the door. They should be one of your first guests. My family has never tasted my food. They don't even order for me.
My best friend, when she came down for the ugly sweater party, well, she was going to be here anyway, but anyway, she don't even like mashed potatoes. She barely like anything. Hey, Smith. But she tore them potatoes up. And I was like, what you doing? She was like, oh, these potatoes are good. I said, but you don't even like potatoes. So again, shameless plug, Booker.
Yeah, you want some real food. Indeed. If you want to know what the chef really cooked.
It just really, it really hurts your feelings.
Absolutely.
You know? And I don't care if it's crap shoveling. Come support me. You know what I'm saying? Support your cousin. Support. I've bought from all my family now, and I've gone and tasted whenever they're supporting stuff. I share it. I do everything. Not one of. Let me take that back. 2 of my family members voted for me for best chef.
See, I think there's something wrong.
It's something deeply wrong.
It's wrong with that. So
and I ain't done none of them.
Right.
It's like,
but
I'm with you, bro. It's like
it don't make sense.
We done took, so me and my cook, we always call us the 5. So you got the first 5 and the second 5. Man, we tight. You can't. We check each other. We love on each other. We don't talk to each other all the time. But, you know, we tight. You can't break that. And good luck for you trying. I mean, it's so real. We was at a funeral, and shout out to my cousin Kania. We was doing something, and when I tell you, my grandmother said something, I liked it. Because when she moved, y'all moved. Everybody knew where she was. You didn't have to sit around her, but when she moved, everybody got close. Yeah. Just, you don't do that. Even my mother, they used to run the street they used to live on. You fought one, you fought all.
Everybody. That's how it was. That's how it was back in the day.
Then you got brothers and sisters fighting each other, and killing each other. I don't understand that. Not in public. Now you may throw some blows behind the door, but ain't nobody else gonna see you weak. Who does that in the street?
That's what I say about my kids, boy. They fight each other at the house, but let somebody say something to them on the outside. I seen some things that I never thought I'd see from my children. I'm like, where y'all get that from? And then I remember that I was their mama.
How about that? And that's a segue to what she said. Now, do you think it's because, and we was in the car talking about this on the way, 2 things I'm going to say. Do you think the family dynamic is not together because you got mama that's 34 and your daughter 22 and on her 3rd child? Could that be the issue?
You got friends and not parents.
Yeah.
Come on.
Think
Come on,
about
Pastor.
it. If you're 14
Get into it.
years older than your daughter,
But is there a balance? Can you create? Now, I can't totally jump into that one because me and mine, that's my ace.
Yeah.
But there's a line
Yeah.
I would never cross for no reason. Because she crazy. Deranged.
We found
y'all not gonna talk about her while she ain't here to defend herself. Hey, mama.
Absolutely. Hey.
But it's just like can we find a difference in that in this generation?
I think so, because I'm only, 18 years older than my child. I had her when I was 19. And I think we have a pretty close relationship. I do feel like I did a lot of growing up, because as long as I've been an adult, I've been living for my children. I was pregnant when I was 18. So I feel like I did do a lot of growing up, but I did eventually find a balance to know that, okay, I can go and approach my children, or they can approach me in one way, but then they know I'll knock their head off in a different way. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like you can find a balance if you want to. But I had a strong mother who was also a single parent for a while until my stepdad came along. But she, as little as that woman is, I am afraid of my mother, and I've always been. So, but we have that same type of relationship, even being almost 37. I'm still afraid of my mother.
Me too, girl.
I think I wanted to create a different dynamic with my kids, because there are a lot of things, and I've shared this before, that growing up and then, being an adult, I had to learn so much on my own because there weren't round table discussions. So I think with my kids, the dynamic changed a little bit, where now they are able to say whatever they want to say. Some things I'm like, Father God, I don't want to hear.
That's too
Step
much.
out of my
TMI.
like, give me half of that story. Now
We talked about that. Bump your brakes.
But at the end
Change
of the
your
day,
hat.
I didn't want them to go through and learn things on their own that I could tell them, okay, from 20, especially as women, from 20 to 30, that body gonna be different. Like, I woke up this morning, and considering I'm real close to 50, that body let me know I was real close to 50. These eyes is changing even more, and I'm like, what is going on? But I wasn't told, and no disrespect to my mother at all, but I wasn't sat down to say, hey, this is gonna be this is gonna be that, look forward to this, because again, I was making doctor's appointments for moles growing on my body.
Right.
Like,
And you didn't have to. And they age spots. Didn't even. That's what the lady told me for $35. I want my $35 back. It's an age spot. And I don't think we teach the core values. And I can say I'm guilty of that. But this past weekend, I cooked. EJ and his girlfriend was there, and Daryl and I and Anori, and I made everybody get a plate, and we sat down and we ate and we talked. And I think I'm guilty of that also. Like, when the divorce happened, we kicked out the tradition of what we do. So now it's like, because we're not that unit, we don't do it anymore. And so I told them what I want to happen is, of course, we have to go on EJ's schedule, but at least these 3 months, somewhere off in there, we're gonna all get together, and we're gonna start making it a tradition that this is the weekend that we get together.
Right.
Because if someone doesn't start it, you dwindle away. You're dealing with one kid here, one kid there, or this right here. This
phone.
Yeah.
Lord.
This right here is the reason why people don't get together either. I can FaceTime you, I can Zoom you, do everything. You know what I mean? People and I know we're in a pandemic, but so many people had Zoom on Christmas. So many people had Zoom on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And the crazy part about it is the same people that was into the Zoom just so they could say we Zoomed are the same people that don't show up for Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner anyway. If we just want to keep it real. So I think it takes somebody in the family to start it back up, because these kids are losing it. The traditions are going to be gone. And these traditions go all the way back to slavery, guys. When our ancestors was getting beat and hung up, and that salt pork was from the ends of what master already got, and the sweet potatoes was the 2 yams that they gave you. I mean, this food that we eat The food that we eat now is a tradition. And I know it's not healthy for us. I totally get it. But we still need to keep it. I don't understand people saying, no, we don't cook this, we don't do that. No, do the soul food dinner.
Yeah.
Put that fried chicken and them yams and cabbage and greens and cornbread.
Right.
If it's not nothing but once a month, because it's comfort food and it creates conversation.
Absolutely.
Right.
It was so
That
funny
comfort
that
food.
I was telling Greg today that I missed Valentine's Day this year because I always did something for the kids. Like I decorated the house, I put their gifts in different places, and now they older and they don't live with me. And I'm just kind of like, what I'm gonna do to the house? So I still send them cards on Valentine's Day. I know they'd be like, "Girl, we are way too big for this," but it's so cute.
It's a tradition.
It's a tradition that I said, and I'm gonna miss it this year.
I'm sorry. You can do it for us.
Do it for y'all.
Send us some gifts. So, look, if you just tuned in, we are talking about why family ain't family no more, man. Why can't we kick it? And I know we in a pandemic. Some people walking around, scared for their life. I get it. I'm not tripping. And I mean that for real. And I'm not being facetious or anything like that. I truly mean that. I take this serious. I've experienced it and seen it with two people I love myself. So it's kind of, and so has my brother with mama over there. But so let's go further with it. So, okay. Do you think sometimes family ain't family because some of the people y'all done married, not, we call them in-laws. Some people call them outlaws.
Absolutely.
But and I want to hint on this with this question. Okay? This whole leave and cleave thing. Now, I understand it says leave and cleave. Well, you already left and cleave to our sister CC. What I see?
CC.
But my whole thing is, rest in peace, mama. If mama was here, tell me it was gonna be a time you don't go see your mama.
I'm always gonna see my mama.
So if you was in a situation with somebody that made you feel bad from going to see your mama,
we wouldn't even really be in a relationship in the first place
That
because
part.
it starts again from the fundamental of friendship. If I'm pretty much looking at being this person's friend first, she already gonna know who my mama is because everybody know who my mama is.
Right.
And then you go off into, well, okay, let's go out on a couple of dates. Let's go to the AMC Grand. Let's go to the go to Records Barbecue and get a bite to eat. Okay, now we going off to the dating stage. You still gonna know my mama, and I'm still gonna kind of see how you feel about me going over to see my mama. Then we go off into a serious relationship, and I'm like really thinking like, okay, this is a serious relationship. You still gonna see me going over to my mama. So at any point in time, I'm going to see red flags and triggers between a year or 6 months or even 3 weeks of like, why are you going to see a mama? Okay. Thank you.
Or not even
Next
that.
person.
Or not even
Just
that.
say,
That
I'm
body
done.
language. That body language.
Yeah.
What
That-
about
absolutely.
lips?
Yeah.
I get that when I say I'm going to see my daddy or my daddy this, my daddy that. Y'all, I love my daddy. I'm a daddy's girl.
We know.
Period.
We know.
I am a daddy's girl.
Hey,
What
Dee.
about Am?
What about if every time you get ready to go see your parents or your folks, they never want to go? It's always an issue. Well, or they always have something to do to where they don't go and see your parents, or they'll say something like they feel uncomfortable with being around your parents and stuff like that. How you deal with that?
See, I never had that issue. Like, with
It's gotta
my
be conversation.
in-laws, I would go see their
Oh,
mama
no.
without them. Like, I
That's
don't need
me.
you to be with me to go see your mama, because I don't need you to be with me to see my mama. Like, that's just a dynamic that was...
But see, that's the difference.
created.
You're taking the initiative to go over there.
Sure.
But I'm talking about, because people always make this. So I'll be very transparent. When I was married, I had this issue. This is why I brought it up, because I said the comment that my mother is like, my best friend. Well, what you mean by that? So, and I was young and dumb at that time. So it's a couple things I didn't know. And I was guilty of talking too much to my mother. But this is just like, she's always had a biased opinion. She was more like the homie than the mama. Then she would get on me before she get to you. So it was just like, I'm asking for advice. And this is what I think people don't understand. You're asking somebody who's been around a couple of blocks.
Yep.
I ain't finna ask somebody who's still out here trying to see or kicking with somebody else's wife.
While grandma,
I can't talk to you.
While grandma raised their kids, and
Thank you.
Got no.
You didn't do nothing. But in that, she felt some type of way in that. So I was stuck in the middle until I brought them both together, and then that happened. But it was always a tug of war. I would leave her at home. So answer your question, I got tired of that. Because when I go over your people's house, I'm cool.
Like that.
But we over here, you act like you don't want to be here. So I'm gonna do you one better. I'll be back.
Now check this out. I was actually with somebody, and I was in a relationship, and I didn't really see this, until I got out of it, until somebody kind of pointed it out, But I was in a relationship, and she kept saying, well, your mama and your sister, don't like me, and I never really could figure it out, and I actually kind of fed off into like her reasoning. So then when I finally got out of that relationship, or marriage or whatever, what I was in, not really trying to put it out there, but it was basically, to me, she should have tried to rectify the relationship. So say for instance, I'm just gonna go to current situation. Mm-hmm. So let's say like if I felt some kind of way about, Cece's mama, I'm just being real. I'm like, okay, I'm actually going to go to her to try to rectify the situation.
Right.
Versus who I was with. She always had this presumption about the situation where, they don't like me, so I don't even want to go over there, which kind of made me not really want to go over there. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It was pretty much like, well, dang, like, now that I see it from this side, why didn't you really try to rectify the situation and try to see exactly why this person don't like you, especially if we married?
I think because she was probably, just me speaking, jealous of your relationship with your sister and your mother. Because most women feel intimidated by another woman getting your attention and keeping it.
Right.
And so when you're all, and I only say this because my first marriage, I left my dad to get married, and I was used to my dad. I was used to him taking care of everything, and it was always daddy this, daddy that, and I had to learn to do that. But I didn't realize my husband was jealous of our relationship because he's supposed to be my dad,
right?
My big daddy.
Come on, yeah, big daddy.
So I didn't learn that until probably 10 years in. Well, no, 5 years into the marriage. Because I wanted a new car. I had 3 babies. And my daddy said, come up here. I'm going to take you right there to the Nissan place right there on, what is that? Right off of, when you exit to go to Hampton. Hampton and 20. He said, come down there. I'm supposed to get your car.
Curtis and Nissan.
I'm supposed to get your car. I said, what? He said, yeah, come on. So we drove up from Prairie View. And showroom floor, I'll never forget this car. Powder blue, peanut butter top, gold package. It's circling around on the floor.
Yes, Lord.
Daddy said, that's what you want, you get it. That elbow whispered in my ear, he said, you get that car, we are done. Because I told you I was going to buy you a car. That's when he said, your daddy always interfering. And I had to step back and say, you know what? I'm creating havoc between these two.
Absolutely.
And not realizing it because my husband's trying to take care of me, but my daddy's. So at this point, they're fighting for attention.
Oh, I agree with that. Because the one thing you can not do with me, if we together and you have a flat and you call your daddy, just know when you get home, we're going to have a whole conversation. Because I don't need you don't understand. So if I have a daughter, my thing is, I don't want her to marry nobody like me. I just want to know, hey, bro, are you going to take her up? Are you going to do your best to take her up? I know she difficult. She been with me all her life. I know she's spoiled. Right. She been with me all her life. But don't look for this man to spoil you like your daddy. He has to do it in his own way. Because this is the man that you love. Your father is always going to be there. My mama is always going to be there. But right now, when I get married, this is my new best friend.
Yeah.
Because she going to know more about me than my mama.
But you learn that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I learned that going through the course of my marriage, but at this time, I done brought havoc between two. So I say that to you to say, sometimes we don't see it. You know, Elbert was looking at, you know, his dad, your dad trying to take over, your dad trying to do this, your dad trying to do that. And it wasn't. You know, it was just me still trying to keep the relationship me and my dad had.
I got a quick question.
Go ahead.
On a lighter note, Mama's going somewhere with you and your person, right? Who sits in the front?
Mama.
Mama?
Yeah.
Out of courtesy. I'm getting in the back seat.
Hold on. Say it again.
So, like, me and you together, and we're going somewhere, and your mom is coming with us. Who gets in the front with you? Me or your mama?
I'm going to allow you. Oh, me?
Yeah.
I always allow my mother-in-law to get in the front.
Nah, I mean, I would offer it to her, but see, this is my thing. That's why I say I understand the leave and cleave thing. So it says you honor thy wife, right? But if you got a real mama, she understands that. So you ain't gonna have no problem. She gonna want to get in the back seat anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like he forced it. I just always said no.
I would say, yeah, because she will understand it. The mom will understand it, but at the same time, if you really got somebody like that, like, you know what I'm saying, your wife would be like, no, mama, don't sit in the front. I'm going to sit in the back.
Right.
You know, and,
so it was never like,
right.
My mama got to sit in the front.
What's this face? We finna go to break, but I need to see what this face is. Because it ain't pretty.
Why you looking at me like that? That's just... I had the best mother-in-law ever.
She got the hands
whatever she wanted,
and she done clenched these hands and got that
She's
back
straight.
Got that
Bam.
back straight.
KC, we're waiting.
I thought you was going to break.
No, we're not.
I'm with Lisa. Like, at the end of the day, I feel like it's courtesy. Me, I'm just going to give the front seat.
Yeah.
I understand, you know, the mama, you know, she would say, well, you know what, no, you're the wife and everything, but me, I'm just, go ahead.
No, just get in the front seat.
I think that's interesting that the men say, my woman get in the front, or I don't know.
No, I didn't say that. No, I was pretty much like what Lisa said. I mean, because if you have a spouse, like pretty much like now these two are saying the same thing. You know, they would be like, hey, no, mama, go ahead and take it. Especially, I mean, you know, you got, that's your mama. You know?
But I'm saying, if she didn't automatically give it up, and you had to decide who sits in the front.
Oh no!
I ain't trying to get you in trouble.
My mother checked me about that a long time ago. She said, when you have someone in your life, that person's first.
Yes.
I'm always gonna be here.
Yeah.
But that person's first.
Cause see, I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna wait and see what happens. And if she gets in the front, I'm gonna get in the back. But when she gone, we gonna have a conversation.
And see, I cuts the conflict from the so it don't even form. Mama get in the front seat. That's when we first got married. Yeah. Conflict, you ain't got to decide. You ain't got to decide. Just get in the front seat. Sometimes in marriage or relationships, you got to see the conflict coming and diffuse it before it starts.
Right.
See,
and that's
mama,
maturity.
She was just jumping in the back.
That's maturity.
Right.
My mama wouldn't even let her sit in the front.
Oh, she fought it, but no, you get in the front. Sit with your baby. Sit with your homeboy.
Say, look, we into it. We talking about family. Why family ain't family no more? We're going to take a real quick break. Get back. We got a special moment brought to you by Dr. B right here on the Full 180. More music, more radio. Let's go, Cecil.
These is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the school, I can get them both. I don't wanna choose, and I'm quick cutting off, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now, I make money move. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move. Oh, so don't get comfortable. Look. Money move. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move. If I see you now, that means I don't with you. I'm a boss, you a worker, I make bloody moves.
Smash his beat. 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 Smash his beat.
Mo Music Mo Radio.
Do right here is go back. Way back. Back into time.
You know the real history. Ooh, black history. Ooh, black history. You know the real history. Without black history, where would we be? You know the real history. Ooh, black history. Ooh, black history. You know the real history. Without black history, where would we be?
Thank you, family, for coming on back. Welcome back to the full 180 right here on Mo Music, Mo Radio. I am coming to you to present the Black History Month Then and Now facts. On this day, February the 3rd in 1920, Andrew Rude Foster, known as the father of black baseball, founded the Negro National League. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1981. The next fact I have for you, you may not have heard of this and you may have. Miss Rosa Ingram and her sons. She was a widowed mother of 12 children who worked as a sharecropper near a little town in Ellaville, Georgia. She was approached by a white neighbor, I will not mention his name, to confront her about some livestock that was crossing over into his land, and he approached her with a knife and struck her with a rifle and threatened to sexually assault her. Man. So, yeah, in defense of their mother, her 17 and 14-year-old sons beat him with garden tools. Not the hose, I don't know. The man died in his injuries. He died of his injuries, and on the day of February the 3rd, 1948, they were actually sentenced to death on a one-day trial by an all-white jury. And after years of fighting from civil rights groups such as the NAACP and the CRC, which is the Civil Rights Congress, they were actually released on parole in 1959.
Wow.
Yeah. So on a little lighter note, Miss Beyonce, she was part of Destiny's Child. I call him Beyonce and them. She's a singer who came up with a solo album in 2003. She broke away from the group with Dangerous in Love. She didn't need them, but she reunited with them on February the 3rd, 2013 during a Super Bowl. Queen Bee continued to entertain her fans with stunning clothes, performances, and other ventures, saying, bow down, itches, but with a B. As she has a net worth of $400 million and $1.4 billion with her hubby, Jay-Z. She said her brown children are already on the Forbes list.
Wow.
All right, for then and now, the Nobel Peace Prize. Wangari Maathai, I don't think I said that right because it's Kenyan. In 2004, she became the first black woman to receive a Nobel Peace Prize. And she was also the first black woman in East and West Africa to gain a doctorate degree. So that brings us to today. Miss Stacey Abrams. She is a voting rights activist. She's the first female African American in a major party nominee in the U.S. out of Georgia as a Democrat. She lost in 2018 to Brian Kemp, but she was a token in the 2020 elections, and she said, cool, instead of flipping the proverbial bird, she actually worked to flip Georgia in favor of Biden and helped him get into office by getting everybody to the polls to vote. And the 2021 laureate will be announced in October. She will receive her Nobel Peace Prize, and that is your celebrity, your Black History Month then and now.
Appreciate you, Dr. B. Man, you know, it's what we do. Look, I told her, look, I'm going to have her do it because, you know, she do all these facts. And we want you to put on there. I know you see it if you at home. If you don't, look, this is what we do. This is what we try to represent. Black excellence. Anywhere everybody in this room is and always will be black excellence. And be excellent wherever you are as well. Look, man, I always want to get to some of these comments. Let's see here. Hello, Miss Tasha Bun. She said that there it is. You can't put them in the competition. Okay. Hello, Ms. Latoya Smith. Let's see. Both. She says both will understand if it's respect. If it is a respect factor. Both will understand. She says saying Kim caked up. I'm gonna get that right before we get to KC. She says courteous. BG says parents need to stay in their lane. Ms. Butler says, I told my sons the same thing. BG says, when your children are grown, your role as a parent changes. You should help them. Help your children have healthy, loving relationships, not sow discord. There's enough love to go around. Boy, look, spoken like a true somebody's mama. All right, man, you know what time it is. With that being said, gotta get him. He's ready. He's in the building. And it is time for that brother. We call him Pretty Pastor Reggie. This is his word of the day. Govern yourselves accordingly.
All right, y'all. This is your boy, Pastor Pretty Reggie. We have really. What I was looking at. This is actually what I was going to talk about Monday, but he said, "No, you need to wait till Wednesday." So you got to look at weight versus weight. You have a weight, W-A-I-T versus W-E-I-G-H-T. Don't believe in your circumstances over God's blessings.
That's good stuff.
Sometimes I feel like we give our circumstances too much power. The difference between weight versus weight, that sometimes the word weight, W-A-I-T, can feel like weight. W-E-I-G-H-T. The difference in this versus battle is that there's a word called choice. We can't choose the weight that is placed on us, but we have to trust that the weight that is on us, that we have somebody that can actually help spot us, press up the weight that is on us.
Come on, brother.
See, Jesus had himself, sorry, I spit on paper. See, Jesus had the weight of the world on his shoulders, but he himself had to trust the trainer, which was his father. So when you look at it, he said, I got to be about my father's business. So when I look at weight on weight, Lord, help me be more productive in my waiting. You look at those scriptures that says, those that wait on the Lord. See, I have to trust the trainer in this process so that he don't put too much weight on the bar for me to lift, because he goes back to saying that he's not going to give you more than you can bear. So when I look at Luke 21:34, it says, be on guard so that your hearts would not be weighted down with dissipation and drunkenness and the worries of life, that day will not come on you suddenly like a trap. When God says wait, W-A-I-T, he doesn't tell us for how long. When God says wait, we face one of the life's greatest tests. When God says wait, we can only control two things: how we wait and who we become along the way. So in this message, you have to again trust the trainer in your waiting. Trust the trainer as he spots you while you're lifting your weight, because he will only give you no more than you can bear.
Boy.
Come on now. This is the word of the day by our brother, Pastor Reggie. Since you want to roll your R down.
I know, right?
I'm kind of mad.
Rolling his R.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Man, look. So, look, we hope you got out to it. And we really hope, sincerely, that this helps you put your family back together. Go kick it with your family. Call that person you ain't talked to in a minute. Just say what's up. Call your grandmama and quit asking her for money. Just see how she doing. Call your granddaddy. Betty, go over there, cook him something. Call Lisa. She'll cook him something and sit right over there. You know she'll eat treats. Man. What I hope this does open up conversation with you and your family, either with you and your spouse. If you and your spouse are not really at odds with going to see your family, man, have the conversation, see what it is. What it says in the book, it says when you have a conflict with your brother, you come to your brother. If you do not work it out with your brother, then you get a mediator. The mediator doesn't work, then you do what you should already did before you had the conversation with your brother. You should have took it to your Lord and Savior. But, that's just how we roll. But you know what time it is. It's time for us to get out of here, and it's time for the last word. Dr. B, I'm going to let you go first, because, we ain't see. Look at it, she all fluffy.
Oh, ethnic today and stuff.
I had to get cute because I was so glad to be back. It's got a little Africa on there. Match my Africa tattoo. But I am very glad to be back. I miss y'all so much. I kept trying to listen, but my husband wouldn't let me. I put the put on there.
The PH.
But I'm definitely glad to be back. I'm celebrating our people all month. I am so thankful for listeners. The shows have been great as always, and I'm so looking forward to what we have coming up this month. I just love y'all.
L Boogie.
Oh, that's my bad. I wasn't ready. Oh, well, let me just say this. Everybody has brought so much to this show. I mean, from your PhD to your scriptures to your word to the food to the music. A little MC over there that holds it down, keeps everybody in conflict. I mean, we all have a part. So this is a family unit. So family unit does not always have to be blood. If you cannot get along with your blood, find you somebody that you trust that you can start building some family with. And on another note, we got to get rid of these family secrets. Everybody needs to come to the table. I'm dealing with a family secret right now, and I really don't know how to deal with it. But I'm gonna have to confront it at some point, regardless of the feelings that may be, hurt. For health reasons, we need family secrets. We need family secrets because I don't want my kids going to a family reunion and finding out that ain't their real cousin or they real blah blah blah. So we gotta stop that so we can curb these generational curses and come together as a family and start getting some of these core values back into our household.
KC Estelle.
I agree with Lisa. My last word is let's do better regarding our families. You know the ones you can deal with. I'm one, I just believe sometimes because the DNA match doesn't mean they're family.
That's right.
There are extended families out there. Shout out to shout out to my family. If you're watching, I love you all. There's an extended family out there for me, which is the Rollins. Yetta, her mom, her sisters, her brothers, and my mom and her mom were best friends. I've known them my whole life, and they couldn't be no more different than my own family. We just grew up together. Their grandmother was my grandmother was their grandmother. Yetta used to get a chocolate cake that we couldn't touch. How my grandma making you a chocolate cake and I can't eat it? That's just how it went. And we knew better. We knew not to touch that cake because we had formed a bond. And what we forget most times in a family is sometimes you gotta put yourself aside for the greater good. It ain't about you.
That's right.
So the one thing I want to end with is love on your family. Actually, there's two things. One, love on your family, but understand you're not gonna always agree. The other thing is COVID. COVID is still here, and there are free testing sites. If you didn't know about it, you can go to curative.com and you can get a free test. It's not a nose swab, it is a mouth swab. It's very easy, takes about 5 minutes, and you get your results within 24 to 48 hours. And they are in your area, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So take advantage. If you've never had one, just go get one. You never know, you can be saving you and somebody else.
Cesar Leo.
Well, again, thank everybody for listening.
Here we
go. I ain't got too much to say because everybody else done said it all. Keep God first. Call your family members, tell you love them. That's all you gotta do. Just call. Good night. I'm out of here.
Thank you, Russell Simmons.
The family that prays together stays together.
You know I was saving you for last. That's
all I got to say.
You just beat me too. It's all good, brother. Look, man, he summed it up right there. That's what we live. We know that's a cliche and a movie quote, but it really is. When I tell you I would never got through college without my family. So them Walkers, them Harringtons, I thank y'all so much. What you see, this product in me, is because of what the tutelage that I got at that dinner table at 5656 DeCory Road, what I call the university of my life. I went to university, but at that table I learned so much. And thank you to my grandparents, especially Denzel Lee Walker Sr., who's no longer here. Thank you for making the sacrifice. Thank you to Pretty Reggie Mama, who's no longer here. Thank you for instilling what you instilled in your son. And all our elders, we thank you. We don't necessarily represent Black History Month in the right way all the time, but I took it upon myself to make sure, and thank you, Dr. B, you did a marvelous job. Took it upon myself to make sure that we incorporate that in our show. Because some of us don't know our history. And she be the main one to say, what they teach you at school, ain't that really Black history?
No. Right.
So we want to make sure we give it to you, man. Other than that, once again, keep my boy, my family, my other family, my Masonic family, my brothers are 410, and of course them Kings of Light. We just lost a brother today, so we're gonna get together and make sure we take care of his family. Other than that, you know, I live by two mantras. One, faith and fear cannot dwell in the same place. And while you're on this side, remember to always love, live, and laugh. Until Monday, man, we'll catch you right here on the 4180. Catch me tomorrow, Throwback Thursday, 8:30 to 9:30. We're going to throw you back. Have a good time. We out of here. Let's go, Cecil.
And when I wake up, I recognize you looking at me for the pay cut. Bahamas, I be looking at you from the face down. One Mac 11, even boom with the bass down. Skimming, and let me tell you about my life. Painkillers only put me in the twilight. We're pretty Benjamin is the highlight. Now tell my mama I love her, but this what I like. Lord knows, 20 of them in my Chevy. Tell them all to come and get me, reaping everything I sow. So my karma come in heaven, no preliminary hearings on my record. I'm a gangster in silence for the record. Tell the world I know it's too late. Boys and girls, I think I've gone crazy. Trying to side my faces all day. Won't you please believe when I say, when you know we've been hurt, been down before. When our pride was low, looking at the world like, where do we go? And we hate po-po when they kill us dead in the street for sure. I'm at the preacher's door, my knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright.
We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright.
acres and a mule, a piano, a guitar, anything. See, my name is Lucy, I'm your dog. Mother, you can live at the mall. I can see the eagles, I can take it, I can take it, I can take it, I can take it.
Oh, do you remember when the family was everything? Oh, do you remember? It was so long ago and so much has changed. I wanna go back. Wanna go back to all right, everybody. So much has changed. I wanna go back. Wanna go back to those simple days. I wanna go back. But now we've grown and gone our separate ways. Times is hard, and things are changing. I pray to God that we can remain the same. All I'm trying to say is our love don't have to change. No, it don't have to change. Do you remember back at Granny's house on Christmas Day? Help me sing. Do you remember how we gather round and sing all day? And I wanna go back to playing basketball and a football game. I wanna go back to yesterday, but it's not the same. Time is hard, and things are changing. I pray to God that we can remain the same. All I'm trying to say is our love don't have to change. No, it don't have to change. Times is hard. Times is hard, and things are changing. So I pray to God that we can remain the same. All I'm trying to say, my family change. No, we don't. And I love them all. Have to change. Yeah.
You gonna be on this?
And now, here's an important announcement for all you young hot rodders.
Hey yo, this Malik Ali. When I'm in the DF Dub and the Broad, I got it locked on Mo Music Mo Radio.
Drop that, man.
Say what?